Hi guys, I'm Charlie, or Charlie Book Fanatic, and today I'm going to do the musical theatre book tag. I got this tag from Gina's channel, which is Tome Reader, but this tag was originally created by something like Lydia. I will leave both their links down below for you to check out. The first question for this tag is Wicked, your favourite fictional friendship. For this one I chose Vivenna, Tongfa and Dent from Warbreaker by Sanderson. Vivenna is a princess in Warbreaker and Dent and Tongfa are mercenaries. This little thing that they have going on, like Dent and Tongfa are two separate people, but this little thing that they all have going on, like this whole band of mercenaries, and Vivenna, the princess in this town, it's so cute. It's really, it developed over the whole book. Like they were really strangers at first, and Vivenna was like apprehensive of them and still a bit of a princess. But as the book progressed, Vivenna became sweeter, she opened up more, she softened a bit, and she became less like a princess and more like a street urchin, really. But yeah, my favourite fictional friendship was Vivenna, Dent and Tongfa. The second question is Sweeney Todd, your favourite villain. This one I chose Ty from Stolen, A Letter to My Captor by Lucy Christopher. Ty is a bit of a weird villain to choose because he's not really a villain. Well, he's the kidnapper of Gamma, the main character in this book. But he is really the villain, but he's not really a villain. He doesn't have a villain personality, but he is the villain in this book. And he is so complex, and I actually came to love him in this book. The third question in this tag is Phantom of the Opera, your favorite love triangle. And I can tell you right now, I actually despise love triangles. But there was one that I actually adored, and that was the love triangle between Lenny, Joe and Toby from The Sky is Everywhere by Jenny Nelson. What I love about this love triangle is that it wasn't really a love triangle. It was clear from the beginning which guy Lenny would choose, and that's what I loved about it, I think, because I really don't like love triangles. And it wasn't like Lenny loved one of the guys, it was more like dealing with her grief because her sister died, and the other one was a guy she really had a crush on and she really fell in love with. So it was clear who she would choose, and so I could deal with this love triangle, and that's also what why it's came to be my favorite love triangle. Fourth question is The Lion King, your favorite sidekick. For this one I chose Io from the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. The thing is, I have a love-hate relationship with the Lunar Chronicles. So I read Cinder and I loved Io in that one. And then I read Scarlet. And I didn't continue on with the series after Scarlet because Scarlet disappointed me to the point where I couldn't continue on with the series. Like, I wanted to continue on eventually after hearing people rave about Cress and eventually about Winter and the story of Queen Lavanna, but Scarlet turned me off so badly I couldn't continue on with the series. But Io was my favourite sidekick in Cinder. She was so funny and so cute. But she's mainly my favourite sidekick because I couldn't think of another one. Question 5. Grease, least favourite ending. And this is going to be a bit of a controversial answer, because my answer for this one is Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. I get that the ending was supposed to be realistic and a beautiful ending to a beautiful book. Number one, I didn't like Eleanor and Park. Like their characters, I didn't like their characters, and I didn't like the story overall. I didn't get it. I didn't get why everyone thought this story was so beautiful. I didn't get the hype. The second thing is I hated the ending. I thought the ending, it was so bad, it blew my mind, honestly. I read this whole book, which I didn't like particularly, and at the ending, like, all of this happened to end like that. I was so mad I wasted my time on that book. Oh my god. Question 6 is Matilda the Musical, favourite adaptation of a book. For this one I choose All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. And you may think, All the Bright Places? The movie hasn't even been released yet. And that's right. It hasn't been released yet, but I already know it will be my favourite adaptation because Jennifer Niven is writing the screenplay herself. And I love her writing. I know this movie is going to be amazing, lovely, beautiful. But if I have to have a real answer here, I will choose The Maze Runner by James Dashner. I didn't like the book, but I loved the movie. The movie was great. I watched the movie and I was like, why couldn't they do this with a book? I mean, the Grievous was scaring the crap out of me in the movie, but in the book I was like, what are these things? And then, the glorious question 7, Les Miserables. Favorite death in a book. And this is not a spoiler, but I'm going to mention my favorite book of all time, which I mentioned at the last question too, All the Right Places by Jennifer Niven. Again, this is not particularly a spoiler. Okay, there is a death in this book. I'm not going to say who is going to die, but God, this book, the death in this book was so sad and so unexpected. It just escalated and I was like, what is happening right now? So this was the musical theatre book tag. If you liked it, like this video, leave a comment down below. Tell me which books you would answer to these questions. You can do the tag yourself. I'm not going to tag any people because I don't know who would want to do this book tag and who doesn't do book tags and those kind of things. But if you want to do this book tag, you can. You can find the questions at the original video from something like Lydia. So yeah, I hope you liked this video and I will see you at the next one, so leave a comment down below. Goodbye!